I want £100 on their head, Wally. I want them in the ground!
We get him first. You get her men before they can get you.
I need a favour. I need you to find a place for him.
You can have it anyway.
I'm pregnant.
I can take care of you.
I don't want anything from you. Ever again.
Crapetti, isn't it? It's a Caletti. Keep your dago nose to yourself. You know what they call me? They call me the... Jim, do it. Hurry up. Do it. Jesus, cop this, you bastards.
Barney was a fine young man. He was a credit to you.
Do you recognise this man?
Yeah. He shot Barney. And he shot me.
You piece of shit, Tomlinson! You're a dog, Tomlinson!
He talked.
You're a dog!
There's a jungle out there. There's a jungle out there. There's a jungle out there.
Scar on left cheek. Tattoo of a woman's breast on left bicep. No ulcerations or evidence of venereal disease on foreskin.
By early 1930, the feud between Tilly Devine and Kate Leigh was getting ever more personal and ever more deadly. Two of Kate's people had been murdered. Dozens on both sides had been slashed, shot, brutalised.
Come on, mate.
And now, Tilly's champion muscle and Jim's champion acolyte, Frank, the little gunman Green, was facing the hangman's noose.
Who shot Barney Dalton? Read the truth, the little gunman on trial for murder. Who shot Barney Dalton? Read the truth, the little gunman on trial for murder.
Jim, do it. Hurry up. Do it. Jesus, why didn't you shoot him?
Despite his best efforts, Big Jim Devine was feeling pretty damn small over his role in the affair. While Wally Tomlinson was preparing to walk a road rarely travelled in the underworld.
Look lively, Wall. I've got a fruitcake in the oven for you. Shit, it's burning. Oh. Not my finest.
You heard from her? She with your parents in Dubbo?
Wouldn't know. Octopus put the word out round the walls. Things as they are, it shouldn't be too hard to find blokes who want to make a few extra bob working the doors. Seems like half of Sydney's looking for a job at the moment. Yeah, we went to your rooms and brought your clubber over. Well, I know you and Barney were mates, and I know you want to do the best by him. But court's bad news, whichever way you look at it. All those beady eyes, you know that better than I do. If I could understand if you want to pull the plug on this.
seeing it through, Kate.
Oh, you think the Tilly's mob are going to let you testify? What about me? What do I do then? What, Greg, Barney, Bruce? I need you, Wal.
You need me. You know, if Green would have aimed 1 inch to the left, I wouldn't have to worry about any of this.
Is he marked for death? You bet he is. Where'd you get that?
Borrowed it.
Who are we going to get then? Nigger's staunch, but he can't shoot for quids. Will Archer's making out he's an hard man these days. Pity the best bloke for the jobs in the Bay.
Can't fix him, Till.
What's that?
Tomlinson. Can't touch him. Can't so much as spit at him on the street.
But he squealed to the Rozzers. He fingered Frank.
Every cop south of the bloody harbour's watching us like hawks.
Wally can't testify. Frank will hang. Jim, you hearing me? Frank could bloody hang unless we do something.
You think I don't know that, you dumb bitch?
Don't you go calling me names. You ain't even been out to visit him yet.
Geez, you're an ag. Should put a bet each way on it.
Jim, this is Frank we're talking about.
15 shillings is a small price for what I've got to offer.
It'll keep me in pork chops for a week.
You can pork my chops, sir.
Shifting for yourself now, are you, Nellie? Why don't you come back, work for me?
Thank you for the offer, but I'm doing fine.
That's so. I reckon you might just be going off the boil.
I told ya, if I catch you sleeping on my doorstep again, I'd tear your freaking asses.
Don't you bastard! Easy, Will. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And blessed are them who know what side their bread's buttered on.
What can I do to help?
Schooner, thanks.
G'day, Wally.
G'day, Will.
I've got a message for you. From Tilly Devine.
Tilly Devine. You kiss a bum as soon as Green fired, or did you wait till Barney actually hit the ground?
Strong words coming from a man with kidney equipped into his back. 50 quid. 50 quid. And when the lawyer asks about Frank Green, you find you can't recall so much as seeing him in the street.
You tell her I'll take her money when Barney Dalton buys me a freshie.
I'll be sure to pass on your answer.
You do what you fucking like.
£50. Now, I've fixed folk for Jim and Tilly. I've done everything they've asked of me. And now, when I'm the one who's facing the noose, all they can do in return is 50 fucking quid. Bloody Tomlinson. He picked me straight up. You know that? He never hesitated. Pity I didn't finish him as well as Dalton when I was about it.
Cheer you up, Frankie. Tell me what it's like to fix a man.
You're cracked.
Come on, love.
Jesus, Nellie.
Tell me.
Visitor's giving you blue balls, has she?
At least I've got visitors and balls.
You can have the stinking mile if she gives you the clap, mate.
Now, Frank Green's trial is our chance to cut the feet from under these women who think they have a run of the say. This is a third death rising from this feud between Devine and Leigh. Norman Brunn, Greg Gaffney, and now Barney Dalton. Now, Kate's people are already the walking wounded. If we can get Tilly's chief gorilla convicted, we seriously damage her too. So, shaved and sharp, know your testimonies inside out. But we are not, I repeat, not going to see a vicious little murderer like Green acquitted by any want of preparation from this station. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, boss. We will prove that Francis Donald Green did feloniously and maliciously murder Bernard Hugh Dalton. And, Your Honour, so egregious is this crime, we will be seeking the death penalty. You were present at St Vincent's when Mr Tomlinson first named the accused as Mr Dalton's murderer.
I was, yes.
Who else was present?
A surgeon, 2 nurses.
And you were present when Mr Tomlinson gave his sworn deposition in front of the coroner?
Yes.
Was anyone else present?
The typist, the accused, and another possible suspect who we released for want of evidence.
Were any of those people Mrs. Leigh?
Kate Leigh wasn't there. I escorted her out of the room myself before the coroner arrived.
But Mrs. Leigh had been in the room with Mr. Tomlinson.
Prior to the coroner arriving, yes.
She was alone with him?
Yes.
So they could have discussed anything.
I suppose, but
Thank you, Senior Constable.
But I don't think she wanted Tomlinson naming names. In her mind...
Thank you, Senior Constable. Your speculations on what Mrs. Leigh may have had in her mind are not admissible.
All the Crown really had was Wally Tomlinson.
I saw Green standing in the street holding a gun. He said, "Cop this, you bastards," and started firing.
Pretty much their entire case rested on his credibility.
I don't know how many bullets hit Barney. He was lying on the footpath, bleeding. I went to him, stooped down and picked him up, and then I got one in the arm, and Green came over and he stood over me. And he shot me again. In the chest. Point blank range.
Wally was a good witness. Trouble was, the defence knew all about Kate and Tilly's feud.
Mr. Tomlinson, when did Mrs. Kate Leigh first visit you at the hospital?
I don't know who I saw there. I mean, I was in a pretty bad way.
Kate Leigh is the head of one of these underworld gangs, is she not?
I couldn't say.
But you know her pretty well.
We're friends.
Yes. And the accused is known to have worked for Mrs. Matilda Devine, is he not?
That's what I've heard.
And Mrs. Devine is the leader of another underworld gang, a rival gang to Mrs. Lee's?
Couldn't say I've heard tell, but yeah.
Will you deny your friend, Kate Leigh, mentioned Mr. Green's name to you before you named him in your dying deposition?
His name may have passed between us over the years.
Will you deny Mrs. Leigh had instructed you to carry out certain plans in relation to Frank Green?
Yeah, I do deny it.
What did you really say to Wally in the hospital, Kate? Is it true, Kate? Did you send Dalton and Tomlinson out after Frank Green that day?
While Kate was feeling the pressure, Tilly was making plans to deal with the three eyewitnesses to the murder: Tom Kelly, Edward Brady and Charles Connors.
I asked you here today because you're all appearing as witnesses in me man Frankie's trial.
And I want to assure you, Mr. Devine, that these eyes witnessed nothing outside the hotel that day.
What about you, Mr. Brady? With your injured claw, you're going to tell the court what exactly?
That I was too drunk to see the face of my assailant.
I don't talk to cops. Everyone knows that.
Well, that's all fine and dandy. But I like to make dead sure of a thing. So that when you're in that box, you're not simply saying you didn't see nothing. You're saying you saw somebody else entirely put their hands into Dalton and Tomlinson. Somebody not Frankie Green.
Sensational scenes in Darlinghurst Court today as Frank Green's defence brought forth a trio of stalwart witnesses. Mr. Connors claimed to have enjoyed an unobstructed view of the entire violent episode. Mr. Brady confirmed Mr. Connors' story, saying the miscreant, whose weapon has left his shearing hand crippled, was definitely not the accused. While Mr. Kelly recalled with piercing clarity that the shooter was dark, thick-set and nuggety, wearing a distinctive pale grey suit.
It wasn't that bad. Green's lawyer Windeye's just trying to put the wind up folk.
And it takes one juror to believe that Kate put Wall up to it and Green walks.
Shut your gob, mate. That ain't gonna happen. Whoa! Papa?
No, thanks. A cousin of mine's got a shack up in the Blueies. Might roll my swag there while the trial's on.
Go. Why? You've already given you evidence. No cause to leave now.
Best to get them beady eyes turned elsewhere, I reckon.
I can drive you.
I can get a train.
You're not getting a fucking train. Oh, you can take it.
Wally went bush for a couple of weeks. He needed space to think. He wasn't hiding to protect his skin. He was hiding to protect his heart.
Where's me big fella then? No? Come on, come to Tilsey.
Finn, that's what.
Tired.
Well, you have to actually exert yourself to get tired. And you haven't so much as lifted an eyebrow in weeks. What's bothering you lately, Jim? Is it the trial? Is it Frank? It's all under control. And besides, you shouldn't have to feel bad about it. He's the one what pulled the trigger, not you. He's the gunman.
Not bothered about the trial. Not bothered about Frank. The only thing bothering me is you.
Having a good one?
What are you doing here?
Nigger's got the night off. You needed someone to protect your house and home. Can I just say what friggin' honour it is to be working for a war hero like you, Mr. Devine? And if there's ever anything I can do, well, I'm not scared of anything.
That's a big call, son.
It's true. I'm not scared of anything. What about that weak prick Tomlinson shooting his mouth off, naming names? Shameful.
Not scared of anything, eh?
Upstairs.
What do you think you're doing?
Tomlinson, where is he?
Down on the table and he
Piss off, mothball.
thinks. Do that again, I'll bite your nose off.
Where the fuck is he, bitch?
Told you he's not here, you dickhead.
He's not here, Snow.
Told the cops?
No.
What about Wally?
No, I ain't told him. And you ain't to go blabbing neither. Nobody knows where he's holed up. He's safe. He needs a peace. He's got enough on his plate already. Back door all good?
Yep.
You do the front one too.
Yeah, what are you going to do if they come back?
I'll look after myself.
Trial's going good.
It'd be nice if my wife both to come show a little support.
Sorry. Just the girls have been so poorly.
They better? Yeah. Over the whooping cough?
They've been asking for you.
All right, give them a kiss for me.
They'd like that. It is going to be all right, isn't it? You ain't going to hang.
Yeah, you see any crystal balls, Frowny?
Sorry. It's just...
Geez, doll, you're not the one facing the hangman.
I've been laid off.
What?
I'm laid off. The factory's booted all married women. It's only the blokes who've still got jobs. And I've asked at sergeants. But all the other factories, but everyone's in the same boat. Everywhere it's queues a mile long. Down to my last few quid. I don't know what to do.
Dear Frank, I hope this finds you well and that you're using your time to rest up from the rigours of your working life. Mr. Windire assures me all is going well with your trial, though he is most particular about not speaking out of school. Fingers crossed we have you back with us where you belong soon. Regards, Tilly. P.S. Jim sends his very best.
His very best. Got blue balls again, do you, mate?
Mighty nice to see you, Nellie. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I was thinking about your offer that I come back and work for you.
Well, you know there's always a place for someone of your special talents in the humble establishment.
Thank you, Tilly.
Of course, nothing's worth what it used to be, so I'll be taking 50% of your own.
50%.
Or you could keep on shifting for yourself. Door's right there. Milk?
Mum, and will we see Daddy in the court?
Yes, sweetie. Remember what I've told you? He can't talk to us. He's got to make a very important speech to the judge.
Can I wave at him?
No.
Can I blow him a kiss?
Yeah, he'd like that.
I'm gonna blow Daddy a kiss.
I know absolutely nothing about the shooting of Barney Dalton. Nothing. I do not know why Tomlinson has come and told these lies about me. I've never carried a revolver in my life, and there is not a living soul who can say I have.
A few dead ones might argue the case, but...
I have always fought a fair fight with my bare knuckles. There is only one thing that I can think of why Tomlinson has come here to tell these lies, and that is to shelter the woman he has lived with. The woman in that box, Kate Leigh. This woman hates me and my employer like poison. That is the only thing I can see why Tomlinson should say these things. I know nothing about the shooting, and I am innocent.
While the 12 good men and true of the jury went off to decide whether to send Frank Green to the gallows, Jim Devine went on targeting Wally Tomlinson, determined to prove he was still as big as ever.
Fetch him out! I told you before, he's not here. Now I've got a gun.
Gun?
Now, bring out Tomlinson. We want Tomlinson. Bring him out here right now. I won't tell you again. If you try to come into me house, I'll shoot you. Bring out Tomlinson right now.
And I'll shoot you.
Yeah, right.
I mean it. I'll shoot.
Help me! Joe! Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Help me! Help me, Joey! Don't leave me, please! Please don't leave me!
No one's coming for you.
Oh, Joey! Fred! Oh.
Mate's deserted you. What sort of low-life bastard must you be?
I want my mom! No! No!
Been bailed.
I was aiming for his leg. Always been a shithouse shot.
Jury's back.
Hurry up.
Do it.
Jesus.
Frank, wait.
This, you bastards.
Have you reached a verdict?
Fucking beauty! That's not poking the eye for Kate Leigh. I don't know what is. So good to have you back with us, Frankie, and welcome to you too, Dora.
Oh, Dolly.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Dolly. Oh, you must be one relieved little lady, eh? Come on, in you come. Shemper's not getting any bubblier.
There's a free man right there. There you are. Hey, there you are. You're a free man.
Well done, Frank.
I swear.
Where's me number one man? Boys need to be acquitted, mate.
This is me missus.
Charmed. I'll forget that shit. Till, where's the scotch? Quinny, change that bloody music. Is this a party or itis? He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. Hooray!
Bugger this. Mate, get cracking. I can put the word out.
What?
I'm throwing you a party.
Kate,
Don't
no.
you say no to me. Don't you dare say no. I'm not going to let that pommy bitch win. You hear? She's not going to win.
So how does it feel, Frank?
Thank God for this great jury system of ours. They come to the right decision.
Got any words for Kate Leigh?
Oh, yeah, she's a limestone, so she's got a fat ass.
You've got a beautiful family, Frank. How have they helped you in this time?
Doll, she's a doll. You know, the kids are beauties, and I wouldn't be the same man without.
This scar is a fleck on my porcelain skin. Tried to reach deep, but you couldn't get in. Now you're outside me, you see all the beauty. Repent all your sin. It's nothing but time and a face that you lose. I chose to feel it and you couldn't choose. I'll write you a postcard, I'll send you the news from the house down the road from real Live through
Wally Tomlinson took to the road, back to the bush where he'd grown up. He never returned to Razorhurst. He never married. And he never saw Kate Leigh again.
Cheers. Sorry I've been a bit of a bear with a sore head. Guess I was troubled about Frankie facing the noose after all.
Jim. You ain't never killed anyone, have you? In the war? In the trenches, you never killed no one. That's why you couldn't kill Barney Dalton. Greg Gaffney was just a lucky shot in the dark. Don't worry, Mum's the word.
Oi! Oi! Now leave off.
Ray, it's young Eddie.
Eddie, come on, Eddie.
Ray.
How many do you reckon you'll be lighting by the time someone's lighting one for you?
I lit a candle for everyone I lost in my life. I'd light up this city.
It wouldn't make one jot of difference. God'd still shit on you from a great height. Why does he do it? Men commit murder, women sell their bodies. Why does he let a little kid die in the street?
Who died? What kid?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in heaven, so why should it matter on earth?
God's not a weakling, Blissett. He looks after them who look after themselves.
Kate Leigh was eventually acquitted of Snowy Prendergast's murder, justifiable homicide on the grounds of self-defence. But his death would stay on her conscience for the rest of her life.
Hi, Ma.
Eileen? Boy or girl?
Girl.
What'd you name her?
Charlotte.
After Grandma, eh?
Call her Cha-Cha.
Oh, just made a brew if you want a cuppa. Can I... can I please hold her? Yeah? Hi. Hello. Hello.
Any bickies?
Yeah, on the table in the tin. Hello, little baby girl. I'm real granny. Yeah. Where you think that? Oh, yeah. Oh, shh. It's all right. You down there, some of Granny's cookies. She looks like
Both Kate and Tilly had cares aplenty.
Bring the car around, dog.
But neither woman was going to let private worries interfere with what really mattered to her. Their battle was about to enter its deadliest phase.
time to get back to work.
Next Sunday on Underbelly Razor.
Didn't you used to be a barrow boy?
Everything is about to change.
Ever laugh at me again, I will kill you.
Freedom.
You work for me now.
Is dead.
Nobody move!
Justice is coming down.
You are nothing but a leech.
Like a ton of bricks. Now,
no one,
the story will twist.
Can know that this came from me.
And it will turn. As the most devious.
I'll take her.
Most lethal chapter begins. From here on in.
I own you, don't you forget.
All bets are off.
You'll pay me back in kind and
You've been warned. Underbelly Razor. Next Sunday.